And I think also for many parents who have transitioned their children, they need everybody to go along with it because they want their child to have the best possible life. So I feel for these kids, obviously, they're being misled. And it's not their fault, especially with social media. No, that's another part of it.
I mean,
just
come on,
guys.
That's what I think bugs me the most about it. And you're talking to someone who's never had kids and doesn't even like them. So why I'm deputized to be the one to defend them just shows how far off this has gotten the trail.
But you were one of the first liberals to have the guts to call it out.
Absolutely, because I love the truth. And I don't, believe me, I welcome their hatred. The people who are just out there. I mean, first of all, they all left a long time ago, but to use children as cannon fodder in this culture war, that to me is a little low. Even the mafia doesn't bring in the family.
Yeah, there are boundaries there.
There should be some boundaries, and that's absolutely what they did. They brought in the kids and said, if you don't agree with this very sudden reversal of what we've always believed. Now, maybe some things, it's true, some things we've always believed are wrong, but to be suddenly just planting your flag down here in a place to the left of where every other country is, including the liberal ones that we look up to as liberal, including to the left of them, far left, as far as transitioning kids by their own diagnosis, at any age.
Yeah, without telling the parents.
Yeah, without telling the parents. This is far out stuff. And to sort of plant your flag and say, like, yes, this is extremely new and extremely radical. And also, if you don't go along, you're crazy and wrong. And it's like, wait a second, this is new stuff. I'm not crazy or wrong to say, slow down. And that's what every other country did. They just said, whoa, you know what? This might not look good in the future. Maybe we should slow it down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, the fact that parents don't get a say, they're transitioning the kids. Even if the parents do find out, they will take the kids away and put them in sanctuary states if they want to leave, right? That to me is the most terrifying thing. If you have a child and you don't even get to have the final say in terms of the medical interventions they're undergoing. So I'm hoping all of that stuff is finally going to be done with.
Well, I'm glad I didn't throw you under the bus.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to.
You will find none of my friends under that bus. A couple of my enemies, maybe, but no.
But I know you'll call me out too. If you think I'm wrong about something, because I've seen you do this with other people, I respect that.
I do. I will. I mean, you cannot bribe me and you cannot incentivize me. Trump, I mean, I was his most virulent critic, had dinner with him, told everybody that, he's very different in person and he's not as crazy as he seems, but kept right on criticizing where I thought, and then he got mad at me again, and now he's pulled other stuff, but I still supported the idea of going into Iran. Not that we want to get into that, but just to the point of, like, you cannot bribe me or incentivize me. While he was attacking me, I was saying, no, I'm one of the few liberals who thinks, yeah, we needed to do this with Iran. And this is with every subject. And it's very, very liberating. Mm-hmm. It's so liberating not to have to check what your opinion is supposed to be. Yeah. And are you still getting shit from left for some of your views? Does this book get shit?
Yeah. So
let's tell the people, like I'm a good, proper host. We're fucking stoners who work here. I don't know who they are. But great title, Sextinction. Yeah, Extinction of Sex, the Decline of Sex and the Future of Intimacy. Debra Soh. Okay, so I did my job very well, I feel.
You did.
And it is a great book.
Thank you.
Very interesting on every page. Not too scholarly, but scholarly enough.
Yeah, I do my best to write in a way that someone with no scientific background can still understand my writing.
No, I mean, I'm not an idiot about science, but it was never my subject, so I do need it explained.
I mean, and I don't fault people for that. The only reason I understand the studies is because I went to school for it. But other people, people have jobs, they're trying to pay their rent and take care of their family. So I figure if I can give you as much information as possible and make it as easy as possible to understand and apply it in your own life. I have all the citations, I have over 400 citations in the book too, so people can
You must have been way ahead always through school You must have been that, no offense, that Asian kid who like the white kids were cheating off of, and was like, you know, on the 11th grade level when you were in sixth grade.
It's so funny because I ran into one of my friends.
Do you play the violin?
No, piano though, I do. See, it's always one or the other. Not a physician though, I'm a neuroscientist, so we were close. But one of my childhood friends, I ran into him actually at a gay bar like years in my 20s, and he said, you know what I remember the most about you is when you used to I signed a copy for you, and I can show you. My handwriting now, I write like a serial killer. Like the letters, they're all like all over the place. It looks like when people cut up, you know, they give out a ransom letter.
Notes.
Yeah, but he said your handwriting was so impeccable, and you would always write in the margins. So, but like with my first book, you know, I wanted that to be a guide for parents in terms of how to protect your kids from this ideology that's basically going to try and take them from you. And with this book was very much with the goal of helping parents anticipate what is coming down the line in terms of not just social media and screens, which we're seeing how devastating that's been for children, especially and adults, but then also these other technologies and these other social changes that are happening. Because I don't think, one, I don't want to see society go through the same thing that we've gone through with social media, which is that it seemed benign at first. But now, I mean, I think it's done so much damage. And I think there are obviously some positives to social media and the internet, and it's allowed us to be connected in some ways. But I really think it's done a lot of damaging things to mental health, to the relations between men and women, like with the sex recession. It's affecting everybody, whether you're single or married. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you're in the West or in the East or any developed country. And then also I wanted anyone, regardless of whether they're married or single, to be able to take something away from the book as well. So I wrote it from that perspective of, I think this is something that's going to affect everybody. Even if you don't want to date and you are perfectly happy with your sexlessness, there are still other things going on beneath the surface that are going to affect people. And hormonally too, because I know you're a big health freak like I am, and things like endocrine disruptors and toxins.
I mean, drinking and smoking pot, so I mean, freak is a little. But you said you were in a gay bar.
Yeah.
Is that where you hang out? Are you gay?
No, I'm not gay. When I was younger, all my friends were gay men.
bars.
I used to work in the makeup industry. That's why all my friends were gay men. But no, I'm straight.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand the masturbation thing with the boys because, like, yes, it was always a great backup plan, but I never didn't understand, to this very day, that sex is better. It seems like that's a big change also, that they've transitioned to this moment where it's not the backup plan, it's the plan.
Yeah.
And maybe that's because if you've never had sex, maybe you don't know that it's better. And I mean, where does that line lead to?